We're getting some confirmation now that the people working behind the scenes at The Witcher were actually using it to push their own political agenda instead of staying true to the source material. So according to this article from Bounding Into Comics, The Witcher casting director admits to using her job to affect change in viewers and manipulate their unconscious bias. For people who don't know, unconscious bias means a person doesn't have a bias, but other people are going to project it onto them just so they can actually fulfill their narrative. So according to the casting director, Sophie Holland, you can affect change in whatever tiny way because you are in people's homes and they're watching this world, and that sort of solidified when I had a child. She's 5 now, and I thought how hard it is to be a girl. Okay, it's hard to be anyone. I remember thinking I have to help her because she's going to come under attack just like I did, just because she's a girl or because she's a child, and everyone comes under attack at some point. Your job as a parent is just to make sure they don't have any irreparable harm done to them, but they're going to have some hardships growing up because everyone does. Holland elaborated, maybe she'll be lucky and get to 9 before somebody calls her a B word, and it made me so sad that she's going to experience that and I couldn't protect her from that. Yeah, it's unfortunate that our kids have to go through some hardships and have to endure being name called by other kids and things like that, but that's part of growing up. What you do is you teach them to grow from that and become stronger, because as a parent, you can't shelter them from everything, so you have to give them the tools necessary to stand up on their own, and being a helicopter parent is not going to do that. But what I could do is change the way people see women through casting. I can make them powerful and empowering, and then the floodgates will open to them. Okay, so instead of trying to make it so that your child can withstand certain name calling on her own, your solution is, I'm going to change the world through casting different characters in these programs. Are you mental? That's a delusion on the level of being a mental illness. You can't change the world. So what you have to do is learn to deal with it. Should people be nasty to each other and say mean things? No, they shouldn't. But that's the way things are right now, and that's the way things have always been, and they always will be. So instead, try to be more practical and worry about what you can actually do here and now. And casting different people isn't going to change anything, but actually talking to your daughter and teaching her that, hey, being called names is not nice, but it's not going to hurt you. That's what I was raised on, and that's what I'm raising my kids on. Holland went on to reveal she applied this theory to every job she takes on. I do apply this theory to everything, and it makes me push boundaries a little harder because I think representation is important, not just for women, but all minority groups. So we got this very white woman right here saying that she's doing this for all minority groups. We call that the white savior right now. It's the bigotry of low expectations. Even though non-white people have been in media for decades, she's thinking like, oh, well, they can't succeed without me, or they wouldn't get parts without me. No, there's parts for them, and then there's parts for white people. I mean, it's not important what is what. What's important is that you're following the source material, because as you do, if you don't do that, at least, this is the result of this. This is a result of Henry Cavill saying, follow the source material. They're saying we'd rather lose you, who defends the fans, instead of following the source material. And this is the backlash you're getting from this. So you had this show with actual strong female characters, but you tried to push it a little too far. You tried to make them too perfect. You tried to race swap them and things like that, according to your own admission. And now ultimately you're going to lose your show prematurely. I mean, I know they're getting picked up for another season, maybe a 5th one too. I mean, I'm not holding out for that. I mean, I think there's contractually obligated to it, but contracts are made to be broken. So you had a platform that you could actually use to an extent, but you pushed it so far that you're now going to lose that. So congratulations, you ultimately hurt your own goal. If you wanted to, you could have just made strong female characters and told a story with them where they actually stick with the source material, but you didn't want to do that. And this is really the problem with these people, is they ruin stuff and they never even self-reflect, and it's never their fault. It's always someone else's fault, always other people that need to change. It's never, what could I do to fix this, or what can I do to make things better? It's always someone else's problem. And you're going to see more of this until you get directors and other creatives behind it putting their foot down and saying, no, we're following the source material or you're getting another job. Either way, that's good for the business when you do have people like that actually in charge. But until then, we're going to see more of this and more ruined franchises. But let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.